So Wednesday, January 20th, this in the US is the inauguration day. Very important. All eyes around the world are on the US. This is more than just a presidential election. This is the key indicator of where our social norms and constructs are going to grow from here. Most people are not familiar with the history, not familiar with the worldwide political events going on in the world right now. And if you are one of those people, I just suggest that you sit back with an open mind and you put a block on your emotional reactivity, because this is going to be quite a day. Not just because of the events that are going to be disclosed to you, the information that is going to be disclosed to you, but energetically, this is meant to trigger us in a not so good way. And this is why we have to do everything that we can to stay grounded, to stay present in the moment without letting our emotions lead us into destructive behavior. So let's back up for a second. The moon will be in Aries, but it will begin its journey into Taurus. So we're not actually going to reach that Tauran energy until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is going to be a very intense shift. Why? We have all that fiery, exciting, aggressive energy from that Aryan moon, and then suddenly we have to ground. We have to stabilize. We have to get in tune with that earthy Tauran energy, which just wants us to focus on the basic foundation and building blocks of our emotions. So this is key indicator number one. We need to ground. We need to find stability in our emotions. So outside of that, the moon will be squaring Pluto and Saturn. So squaring, again, is a tension point. It's a crisis point. It is where energy builds to a boiling point. Pluto, the god of the underworld, ruling all over power and control, ruling over death, rebirth, transformation. And Saturn, of course, is Father Karma himself. Tough love life lessons. This is where we go dark. This is where we are going to be in a little bit of a depressive, negative Nancy narrative state. I forgive my tongue today because it is not working with me. And we are also going to see a huge amount of power struggles, not only on the global stage, not only on our TVs because of Inauguration Day and this huge conflict going on, this huge divide that has been man-made and very much planned in order to further divide humanity. I'm going to ask you just to pull out and see where it is that we need to unify instead of further divide. Now, if that wasn't enough, Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, drive, passion, and anger, is going to be conjunct, sitting right beside Uranus, the great awakener, the wild card energy himself, the ruler of shock and awe. Now, here is why I say that we have to really stabilize and ground in our emotions. First of all, when Uranus is at play, we have to expect the unexpected. We have to prepare for shocking revelations, shocking news. This is where change can happen on a dime. And because Mars is involved, there is likely an impulsive, angry reaction that we want to take. This is very intense. Okay, this is where we have to, as hard as it's going to be, we have to emotionally detach from the situation, from our egos, from our opinions, from our beliefs. We have to step back. We have to act as the observer and seeing what this means for the greater, grander collective. Now, you're going to say, well, I don't pay attention to politics anyways. I won't even be watching the inauguration. Okay, well, good for you. But these events and these energies happen in your personal life as well. So it might not be that, what's going on in the global stage shakes you to your core. You could have an event take place in your life that really rattles you, that really invokes an aggressive action out of you that I really want you to put the brakes on in taking. whatever you act out on impulsively is going to come back and bite you in the butt so freaking badly that it's going to take a long time to heal. And that's why I give you this huge, huge cautionary note for Wednesday. But we're not done yet. Mercury, which rules over the mental plane, rules over information, is the lower octave of our intellect, very much connecting us through our 3D experience in our physical bodies, in our 3D realms, is going to be trining the North Node, which is trying to show us our future path, our future destiny. Because Uranus and Mercury are both at play here today, the shocking news, the unexpected events, the out of the blue information has the tendency to align us by shifting our perspective in such a sudden way that now we have to kind of reflect on all of our plans, reflect on all of our belief systems, and really take a step back. Again, trying not to physically react, trying not to let our emotions lead the way. It's going to be hard. This is why these cosmic energies test us. Again, Saturn is at play here, karma, testing through tough love life lessons. Things are going to shift in a very dramatic and intense way. The overall energy for the day is so freaking intense that we really need to move into this day with all of these red flags, all these cautionary notes in your personal life and on the greater, grander stage where the collective has their intent, their attention, and their focus. So please, moving into Wednesday, you have to check yourself. You have to act as the observer. You have to step back before you take any kind of action, especially acting on impulse that is highly likely going to get you in some deep, deep hot water.